Oh, hello. I've I did a clip on this for my random moments, but didn't catch all of it because I only recorded for like 2 minutes, and it sucks. But like the recent voice actor stuff has got me interested. I looked it up. It's apparently about AI replacing voice actors, and I haven't read too much into it to be honest. But from like an outsider perspective, I guess as someone who generally rejects I think the strike isn't good, to be honest. And people might be surprised to hear that, given that I sort of reject AI. And to be honest, I don't reject AI in its entirety, and I really mean that in like a sense that there's a benefit to AI, but we just haven't got it yet, and people are using AI for bad effect, as in generative AI. It's quite terrifying. I don't like it at all. Um, it's just a scary situation, really. But as far as I know from the AI strike thing, voice actor strike, I mean, it's like I think everyone's pretty much on board with it, and it's mainly just to do with AI, as far as I know. And the problem with the strike itself is I think it incentivizes more generative AI, and also like people have this weird fucking thing. It's not. It's usually an autism trait. It's not always people with autism. It's like this thing where they reject it. I think it's PDA, pathological intelligence. Yeah, I think it is. It's like the other one, PDD. It's where you hear something, you get told something, and you just don't listen. And in a sense, you want to do the opposite thing because you were just told to do something. So it's an interesting situation, really, but it's obviously not good. But the thing that scares me with AI is like, you know, people can get me saying the N word just with my voice here, and I don't really care, but this is where something bigger needs to happen. We need government intervention and regulation for that matter, and also to put laws on this, because this stuff is fucking dangerous. This is why I said never mess with generative AI. Nobody listens, and we got shit like this, and even though there's like shits and giggles with like, I don't know, Patrick singing Freak on a Leash, Patrick Star, and, even though that's a gem, it's not ideal. Because that supports the generative AI stuff that's doing all the bad shit. And you might be wondering, like, why did I come to the conclusion that the strike was bad? Well, it's not going to keep you in the job, let's be honest. Like, I'm not saying striking is bad, it's done good things, I think. It is a form of protest, but it's not the most ideal thing, and in this situation specifically, people are more likely to mock you and create generative AI with your voice just because you did this. So you're putting yourself at risk in your job and just everything really, and probably incentivizing AI to exist even more. Because also with like the stubbornness, it's a difficult situation just to point out. You're not necessarily. Oh fuck! I forgot what I was going to say. But yeah, game companies is going to be stubborn, I think, and they probably won't hire you if that's like an option. They probably use an AI voice or something. Or maybe make someone else's voice like out of AI something and replace all fucking lines with it. Well, there's different things that they can do, and it's terrifying. I'm not denying the fact that generative AI is generally a bad thing. It has its uses, it's got accessibility purposes, but it isn't a be all and end all thing, and the problem is the lack of regulation and also government stuff. So it's always going to be a thing, I think, moving forward. It's probably not going to go away, but again, you should try to stop it sooner rather than later. And people don't realise how many consequences there are to generative AI. I always say this about topics that are sort of deep like this, or generally harm people. if you do not understand the consequences of what you're doing in your day-to-day life, then you probably don't have a right to use that sort of thing. I can understand why paying with, like, I don't know, like going to a supermarket, getting various products. I'm supporting capitalism, and I generally don't agree with capitalism. But I'm stuck in this situation, and at least I've acknowledged it. And if I could change it, I would. But I can't afford it because I don't really get any income. It's similar here, I guess. If you don't need like generative AI, then you don't need to use it. You don't need to watch it even. So that's the thing with that. And also, I'm pretty sure people would appreciate just not being used as generative AI. And also, like styles and stuff, like generative AI has already got that controversy where it copies. And it's not good. So the problem with the strike really is that you need people out there to prove that voice actors are superior to AI. And also, if like voice actors can sort of try their hardest, try even harder than they're doing already, that'd be good. That'd be more incentive to keep voice actors in rather than use generative AI. And also, I mentioned in my clip, if you had like improv lessons and stuff, and you could do improv during voice acting, that would make it a lot better because that's something that AI can't replicate. And AI reads off a script currently, not anything generative as far as I know. But if you could do something that an AI can't do, then that's one up for us really, for humans. And that's why I generally think the strike is not a good idea. And if anything, you want to be protesting companies that are incentivizing generative AI, so in a sense it's justified for most, I think, most voice actors doing this. I don't think it's justified for companies that are doing it, and obviously I'm not going to fire you. Yeah. So I swear in like Hong Kong Star Rail recently, the skybox and the sky splitter, it looked good, but it seemed off to me, like the quality was off. And I think it's almost like it's AI generated, I could be wrong. But that was worrying. Um, Also, it's about not giving money to stupid generative AI shit either. It's because I already see this in like other places that people are actually getting paid to make AI generated stuff. It's like, what? You're making all this money from a few button presses, a few well-made prompts, I guess. And there are people here just who've got all the skill and talent who yeah, will take their time with this stuff, but they're getting paid less, and that's a massive crime, to be honest. And it's also reminds me of this thing that I thought of earlier. Thinking of it when I was on the toilet of all places. I tend to spend a lot of thinking time there. Diagnosis with difficulties. I was thinking about money and stuff. Like, if the value on money is having enough of it that you can sort of feed your greed, then I don't think you're using money well. Just to be honest, though. But you can use it to benefit someone, and that's still better than nothing. You can still have greed, but you just benefit someone else with it in a selfless way. And the problem with AI generated stuff is that they found a market where they can get away with it. They can do as much as they want without any effort, really. And an artist or a musician will put the effort in to make something genuine and from the heart. But an AI generated thing isn't. And that's really the problem as well. But you can find a middle ground, as I discovered a while ago, and is what has made me sort of reject AI less. Is you can find the middle ground where you can edit it. So, for example, if you generate a massive map for a game, or geometry, you can edit it if you see any mistakes. So there's a reason to keep people in jobs, even if you use generative AI. You just don't need to fucking replace everything with it. Make it automated, because that's stupid. Yeah, that's enough. I think that's all I have to say on that, really. Just fed up with this topic, really. Don't like making content on it. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.